Welcome to Suzuka on a Saturday, the 29th Formula One World Championship Grand Prix at this famous track where pole position has won 13 out of the previous races. Valtteri Bottas, and just manages to avoid the barriers on the exit.
If his confidence wasn't a bit dented after the crash this morning, then it will be after that, because he's turned into Degner too. It appeared to be all under control. Then the rear tyres were like, you're kidding me.
Right, let's have a look at Lance Stroll here, and I said people are going to start backing up through the chicane.
Got blocked again.
Lance Stroll thinking he was blocked very much so by the Force India. Oh, and there is a car into the barriers, and that looks like Romain Grosjean. And it is Romain Grosjean, and that is a big off here at Suzuka.
Yeah, so it was oversteer already. He's got oversteer again. The car is pointy like crazy. That was trying to crash, wasn't it? 3 corners earlier. Really what we call a pointy car, where you turn the wheel and the front goes in quickly.
Okay, something wrong up in the car. Yeah, but I don't know, dude. I'm sorry. Just hope you're okay. Let's see what was here. Just thought that would happen. Yeah.
For Lance Stroll, I've just done a quick tot-up. That's the 6th time in the last 8 races that he's been knocked out in Q1. Marcus Ericsson is ahead of Pascal Wehrlein. Hulkenberg misses out with a 1:29.8. He doesn't get into Q3. He's only missed it once in the last 6 races. Fernando Alonso is in that top 10 for how much longer? Well, he survives the threat of his teammate Stoffel Van Dorn. Kevin Magnussen is next to cross the line. He can only be 13th fastest. Carlos Sainz will be the next guy across the line after him, and Sainz still slowest of the 15 cars. It's Lewis Hamilton going for an even quicker time, and Sergio Perez trying to put his Force India a little further up into the top 10 as well. Still going. Jolyon Palmer looks like to have abandoned his lap, even though he can still out-qualify his teammate. He can't. Hamilton with a 1:27.8. He's abandoned his lap. Palmer crosses the line, doesn't improve on his time at all. He had a real horrible middle sector there. Jolyon Palmer waiting to out-qualify, or still trying to out-qualify his teammate in 2017. We have seen Stoffel Van Dorn joined by Nico Hulkenberg and Kevin Magnussen, Jolyon Palmer and Carlos Sainz as the drivers knocked out in Q2.
And now he unleashes that Mercedes power on qualifying boost, minimum fuel, maximum grip, maximum attack as he heads down into turn 1.
And he will barrel into turn 1 then. Grey skies overhead, but the silver arrow absolutely gleaming here at Suzuka on this Saturday afternoon. It's uphill slalom, if you like, through the S's, and every time the driver turns that wheel, the car responds with the speed of a naughty boy being hauled away from the sweet counter by his mum when he's had too many fizzy cola bottles. Hamilton on his way towards the end of the first sector, and he's a 10th up on his previous best.
Yeah, he is indeed, a 30.6. Nobody's been touching his first sector times. And into the hairpin, don't lock the brakes. They don't, just a little bit, they don't tend to need the absolute apex there. It's quite a long hairpin. And then line of minimum resistance to here. Don't scrub any speed off. He's got quite a wide line. Straighten it up and be on the right-hand side, ready for the left, the double left of spoon curve. And he's hard on the throttle in the middle of the corner, leaning on the concrete on the exit. And again, then they want to minimize the scrub through 130R. It's named that corner because of the radius, the inside radius of it. And through it goes at 190 miles an hour. And just unload the right tyres, unload the left tyres. Again, it looked a little bit deep to me, but maybe that's how he likes to go through there.
Car number 44 has 44 poles for Mercedes. He has improved his time. He is on his way now for his 45th pole position for Mercedes, and once again, it's a new track record for Lewis Hamilton. So can the rest now catch him? Max Verstappen will be next to cross the line. He was behind his teammate, goes ahead then of Daniel Ricciardo by a 1/10 of a second, with Ricciardo Ricardo's time to come. Kimi Räikkönen does manage to get a time on the ball, but only 6th fastest. Disappointment for Räikkönen, who takes a 5-place grid penalty. Ricardo goes fourth and manages to out-qualify Verstappen. And now we look for Sebastian Vettel, and it's only 3rd fastest for Sebastian Vettel. Lewis Hamilton takes pole position for the first time ever at Suzuka, and Mercedes-Benz continue their qualifying domination for this Japanese Grand Prix. They have left Ferrari very much in their wake on this Saturday afternoon.
That's it, mate. Well done. That's your pole position. Fantastic job there. Such a smooth session.
Fantastic job, guys. Procedure-wise, timing and everything was spot on. Thank you.
It will be an all Red Bull second row. Ricciardo ahead of Verstappen. Ocon and Perez both looking handy there for Force India, slotting in behind them, and Felipe Massa qualified ahead of Fernando Alonso in the end.